Hi, it's Debbie Donovan from Londonderry, New Hampshire with Be Happy Cards and Crafts. Today I'm going to teach you a 3Q box. This is an undecorated box. I've been seeing a lot of them on the internet and I haven't tried them yet, and I just made this up in about 10 minutes yesterday. It's very easy. I was intimidated by the look, but I'm going to show you how easy it is today. So I'm going to turn the camera down, and once I turn the camera down, I'm not going to be able to see who's on, so I'll answer the questions after. So just give me a shout out if you're come on. So hopefully we'll have fun today. Try to get it so you can see the scoring I'm going to be doing. So you take a regular 8.5 by 11 paper. I'm using Mossy Meadow, and you're going to score that at 2 inches, then at 4 inches, then at the 6-inch mark, and then at the 8-inch mark. And that'll leave you just a little tab at the end, a 1/2 inch. Now you're going to turn it, and you're going to cut at 4 inches. Move my glue in here. And then you're going to make 2 cuts at 2 inches. So those will be your bottom cubes. That's one. Two. And this piece is just extra, so we'll put that off to the side. We're all done with the scoring cutting board, so I'll put this off to the side. And then you're going to want to just check to make sure I'm in camera while I'm doing this, because I moved my camera back a little. So you're going to want to burnish the edges, just fold them all. And use your bone folder to make them nice and creased. I couldn't believe how easy this card was once I looked at it. It's been out for about, at least 6 months, and I've seen so many different samples. And I just haven't had the time to try it, and I went on YouTube yesterday and watched a video and was very surprised on how simple it was. I actually only watched the video part to put the box together. I'm decorating it on my own. Now, what you're going to want to do is take your snips and on the little corners, you're going to want to snip off the edge just to avoid the bulk. We do that on any corners we make on cards or boxes. Just cuts down on the bulk of the project you're making. And it's best if you use your Tombow glue with this, your mono multi-glue. And first I'm going to decorate some of the insides. I just want to see how this is going together, because I don't want to do the one that's going to be, I want to do that one last. So these pieces are cut at 1 3/4 by 4 inches. And I'm just adding glue to the back. Hopefully you can still see. I think decorating them before I put the box together, because they're such a long piece, will be the easiest. That last one I'll have to do after, but again, I don't use a lot of glue. It looks it, but it's a thin amount of glue that I'm putting on. And this is from the Wonder and Whimsy, or Whimsy and Wonder suite. It's one of my favorite suites, especially the paper in the new catalog. So this is not how they did it all. They made the box up. So now you're gonna put some glue on this part, the little tab, and you're just gonna bring it together here. And you can push it down. They decorated it after they did the entire box, but I wanted to try doing the insides. Made sense to me to do the insides first. But this one I want to do last because it's going to cover the tab. So I just have to slide that up in there. And then I'm going to use my bone folder just to press it down. and then I can press them all down. So there's the top part of the cube. And I'm going to do the same thing with these. Just have to remember which one. I don't want to decorate this one, so we'll start right here. I used all the same glitter. I bought this silver because I'm a glitter girl, but this silver and white makes it really pretty for the inside. It's mirror like candy cane stripes, and I really like it, so that's what I chose. We had our bingo this weekend and did very well. One of my friends, Denise, won the grand prize and she was very happy, which was the whole suite of this paper and the stamp set, the snowflakes, and the ribbon, which was an $80 value. So we'll be having our next bingo in January once the next catalog comes out, which will be the spring-summer catalog, or the spring catalog, not really summer, I guess. But we won't even find that out until we do On Stage, which is going to be at home again this year. I do have some of my teammates coming over to enjoy it with me. We have a lot of fun when we get together and we learn a lot of stuff, and we'll get to see the new catalog and the new products. So exciting. My downline, Sarah, and my business partner, and I both celebrate our 5th year with Stampin' Up, so we were a little disappointed that it was not going to be in Philadelphia like we planned, because we were going to be able to walk the stage. So we'll have to wait 5 more years to do that. But we did get our 5-year pins this year, which are beautiful. She started about 7 months after I started. Actually, almost to the day. Just a couple days difference. We have a blast when our other friend Lori, who was one of Sarah's downlines, when we all get together. We've been going to On Stage since we joined Stampin' Up, the 3 of us, and then my daughter joined, and so it became the 4 of us, and we end up going with our big team, the New England Stamp Inkers, which is a group of New Hampshire and Massachusetts stampers that we all connect with our up lines, down lines, and side lines. We're all stamp sisters. And we have some get-togethers and things. We haven't had them for a while with COVID, but we're starting to get back into in-person retreats and different things, so hopefully we'll get to see each other again soon. We did have a summer gathering at one of the ladies' houses, Kathy Bedell's. That was really nice. But I miss our weekend retreats. So I'm doing the same thing that I did on the other one, just sliding. It's very hard to slide because I don't put a lot of glue on, so the glue doesn't want to slide. And I thought that the long one would give me a hard time, and it's the little one, which is really surprising. So our next big plan, Sarah, mine, and Megan's, is we'll be doing a winter class making Stamp-A-Stack cards, where everybody will get to make 12 cards, 12 different cards, and that'll be for $25. Not all of them will be all packaged in cutout view, and there'll be door prizes and soup and salad, and we have a blast at our card class, our Christmas card class, because we make homemade soups. I say we when I mean Megan. Megan's a very good cook. Sometimes I make the minestrone soup, and other times she just uses my recipe, but it's a very good day and we have a lot of fun. So if you live in New Hampshire and you'd like to make some Christmas cards, I'll be giving you more information later on that. Now, we're all ready to put the cards together, so what you're going to do is you're going to flatten out, and you're going to do it where the seam is, where you glue the seam together, and you're going to do it where you glue the seam together at the bottom. It's going to be your bottom, so that's where you're going to want to put this. You knew that would happen because I've been doing a lot of gluing. So I got an emergency new one out, which is giving me a little bit more than I wanted. And you're going to take that square and you're going to line it right up with the bottom. Make sure it's lined up with the side. And I'm going to hold it just for a minute. Oh, and you can see my manicure is the same manicure as I had last week, just to let you know that they do last 2 weeks. They didn't change, and I'm very hard on my manicures. It's Color Street. My party is still running. So if you're interested, there's a link on my page. Right now the Halloween styles are out. I'm excited because I ordered some pumpkins. So I'm waiting for them to come in, and then I'll do a pumpkin, or not a pumpkin, but a Halloween card. check how that came up. So I don't know if you can see that. Looks very pretty. And now I'm going to set this aside and let that glue down a little bit. And you're going to have a coordinating cardstock pieces. You need 6 1 3/4 inch squares. And then you need 6 designer series papers at squares that are 1 1/2 inch squares. And I love the holly, so I picked that. This is also from the same designer series paper. Actually, I used this for my bingo card. Had this in it. And my daughter Megan, she doesn't like glitter, so she used all the backs to show how you can make cards that are just as pretty without using the glitter or the sparkle. I should say, not glitter. This is metallic. When she got her bachelor's degree, I made her a card that was 100% glitter cardstock. It was so funny. It's a hard card, but because it was one of the, someday I'll have to teach that. It's called the never-ending card. They flip around. She actually enjoyed her birthday card, which was a spinning card, or spinner card, it's called, I think. I'll show you a sample of that later, not hers, but one that I made out of this. I took a class with my upline, the leader of the New England Stampinkers, Marilyn San Clemente. She's my mentor. She's taught me a lot since I've been in Stampin' Up. And she does online classes. Which Sarah and I thought we would be doing, but we just haven't had the time. We've been working really hard on our craft fair projects. We do have 2 craft fairs that are definitely going on this fall, unless they get canceled due to COVID. We're waiting to hear about the 3rd one that we usually do. Now all you do is you put it down so you can have the 6 pieces. You see the 6 pieces. And you start gluing them on. I did make a mistake. I have to admit it. But it'll be okay. It's always okay. Mistakes are just a learning curve. I was supposed to put a piece of paper down before I put the liner in. And I'm doing the same thing now. Let me see if I can slide this under, because this is the front. This is for my snowflake decoration. I don't need that much, so. I just needed to stand up a little bit. And that's why you weren't supposed to do the lining before you did the this part will be okay, but it's the bigger one that goes for the label. But I'm sure it'll be fine because my label will probably hide it. I'm having a little hard time on this dark green seeing. I should have switched my glasses out to my readers so I could see better. And if you see what I've been doing, I've been looking to see where the full pieces of holly are, and I've been going so that they go every other block. They're not right on top of each other because I cut the paper randomly. And now my little white papers that I was talking about were these little pieces that hold your sign on. They were supposed to go underneath your, just want to see how big my little sentiment is. I'll trim them down anyways. They were supposed to go underneath this area right here. It's my first decorated box, so I thought I outsmarted myself. I don't know if I can, ooh, I think I can get it under there. Just need to add some more glue. Let me lift it with this. I may not have made a mistake after all. Well, that side worked. See how this side works. I'm lucky because this is very heavy designer series paper, so it's letting me get under there. Ooh, the top. I just need to open to make sure. Yeah, it looks like they're pretty well lined up. Lined up enough to get my sign on them. So what I'm doing is trying to get these two pieces lined up here. So that I can put my label, my sentiment label on them. So you just fold them back, rub the glue off. And there's the box. Well, I should have cut it. I'm going to go back after and cut some panels for the back. I'll cut a white one so that you can write on it, and then I'll cut another one of these. That was not in the instructions, but I would like to, I like my boxes to look finished. And this is only pretty in the front. If you can see, the front looks like this right now. Is this in the camera? I know it's hard because it's a 3D box. So now we're going to bring out the little decorations. It's a magnetic little device. I'm going to take my, I forget my rhinestones, take out one of the snowflakes. That's why I put this little piece right here on it. I want to put that on a dimensional. The snowflakes fit exactly on the dimensionals. They were made right perfect for the dimensional, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to glue, where'd it go? I used the double oval punch to make my sentiment, and just put the word joy in polished pink, which is one of the colors in the stamp set and the DSP. And I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals, right on these little white tabs. Trying to peel the other part of the dimensional off so I can put my sign, a little sentiment. So this is not the easy part. I would think the decorating would have been the easy part, but it's the fun part. There's a snowflake. Let me see, what do I have here? I have a fat little tree. I made some little whimsical trees. I want to put them on here. We never had them. We always had real trees, but I know back in the 60s and 50s they had the pink trees and silver trees, but we always had a real tree at our house. Trying to pick up a green one that looks like that. On this side. And I have some pretty tall trees. I'm used to doing everything in green, but I want to get some more of these little pink ones on. It's a little too long, so break that off. Put this pink one over on this side. I do have then the pink big one. I'll put it with this, if I can move this over. I hope you can see me decorating. Make that one go out. I'm going to have to do some cleaning on my edges after. With the glue, because I put the glue a little too heavy on some of the areas. Moving these trees here to get these whimsical ones in. But once the glue dries, it's easy to go back and clean it off with a glue eraser. So it's not a problem at all. That little whimsical looking. And then I think just on this side I'm going to put a little chubby tree. The other side has a nice holly piece. And now I'll add some rhinestones. I like to put one in the center of the snowflake, and then putting them on top of the tree, the little ones, on top of the little tree, so they look like they're the stars. Gives it some little glowing. I'll add a couple. Just put one right on top of there. Another one here. I'm losing my rhinestones. They're sliding around. And on top of the tree, make a couple ornaments. And we'll be done in 1 minute. And this does fold flat, as you can see. You'll have to make an envelope, or you can purchase an envelope, a longer size, probably a 5x7 it would fit in. So, here is the cubed tree, the cubed card. I'll hold it up so that you can see, and then turn you up so that I can hold it up better so you can get a better view of it. Let's see if I can. Turn the camera back up. Hi, Doug. Nice to see you watching. Okay, so this is what the card looks like when it's finished. I move back a little bit, and then I'll turn it so you can see all the little elements. And you can see the card, the joy inside. And the whimsical little trees and the snowflake, and then it does collapse down like this to put in an envelope. And I do want to go back and decorate the back side on the top. I'm gonna put one of the same DSP, and I'll put some of the little trees on this part, and then I'll put a white side on this side so that you can write your sentiment to your whoever you're sending it to. So there's the card for today. Hope you enjoyed watching. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.